Welcome to my YouTube channel, Tushari's Math Academy. Today also we are doing another lesson of grade 10 English medium, that is 14th chapter, percentages, right? Percentages. Under this chapter, we are learning two topics, that is taxes and simple interest, right? Okay. We'll go to the first part first. Right. Now, taxes. What do you mean by taxes? Right? Taxes is a new topic for you all as children. Right? Taxes charged by the government. Why? To maintain the fracture. To maintain the government, they need money. Right now, you get free education, free medicine. To maintain those things, they need money. So they get money from rich people, right? Taxes we get from rich people because when they earn money, they get some percentage to the government, right? They have done some systems to find the taxes, right? There are a lot of types of taxes. The first one, rates, right? Rate means the government imposes taxes on the properties existing. Properties. Properties means lands, buildings, houses, right? They charge tax, right? That is called rates, right? How they charge tax? This rate. Now, when you build a house, assume that you build a house, we have to inform to the government office that we build a house. So they will come and done and assessed, right? And they give a value for that house. That is called annual value, right? That depends, right? They check the house, whether it's 2-story, 3-story, 4-story house, like that. Whether it's tiled, how many bedrooms are there, how many washrooms are there, like us. They have special calculation and they give a rate, they give a value to that house. That is called annual value. Now look at this example. The annual value of a house is assessed. They have assessed this value of house as 5,000 for a year, right? According to certain conditions, right? Now, if you have a big house, the value, the annual value is big. If you have a small house, the annual value is small. So when you have 2-story, 3-story, the value will go up, right? In government think that those people have a lot of money, right? They give a big value as annual value for those houses, right? Now in this house, 5,000 is the annual value. The government charges an assessment tax as 20% annually. This rate tax is called as assessment tax also. It's another name. Sometimes some papers I have seen assessment tax, right? Find the amount of rate to be paid for a quarter. What do you mean by quarter? Right? Now they calculate the tax for a year. How they calculate? 5,000 is the annual amount. They charge 20%. I'll do it manually. 0, 0. The working is done here. At 0, 0, you can cancel. Then 1,000 is the annual rate for that house. But government think this money is people can't divide that. People can't pay at once. So for the easiness, they divide this money into 4 pieces, right? Then one piece is called quarter, right? Every 3 months they charge. If you don't have this much of money, they can pay 3 months. first 3 months, second 3 months, fourth 3 months, third 3 months, fourth 3 months, like that you can pay, or you can pay at once, right? Right? You have seen this. Now your parents are paying this tax, right? Most of the people they pay this tax. In Sinhala, that's called varipanam, right? Check with your parents and see that is divided into 4 prices. Most of the people they pay at once as a small amount. So if it is difficult to pay at once, you can divide into 4 and divide. Pay the quarter value. Quarter amount to be paid in a quarter means 4 divided into 4, right? That is 250, right? Yeah, that is about the rates. Now we'll go to the customs duty. Customs duty, right? Where do we charge customs duty? When you stay at home, do you pay to custom duty? Pay, right? No, right? When you import or export something, right? We pay the customs duty, right? When articles are import or export, the customs duty is charged on articles by the government. So this tax is known as customs duty tax. Right. Now, example, the cost that somebody is bringing a television set from abroad. Right? The cost of television set before paying the customs duty is 12,000. For 12,000 rupees, he has bought the TV. Right? When it comes to the customs duty, he has to pay 40% on that amount. 40% on that amount. What will be the cost after paying the customs duty? Right? I will say the customs duty. Now, even though you have a lot of types of taxes, we do the calculation the same way. That's why this part is very easy. Like the same way, different ways, right? 12,000 is the TV set amount. On top of that, they charge 40% tax. 000. There, then once you multiply 4,800, right? After that, then what will be the cost of the television after paying the customs duty? That is 12,000 plus 4,800. That is 16,800. Then the cost of that TV is 16,800, right? After paying the customs duty. Now we go to the next one, income tax. Right? Income tax means for the income we charge. Right? See, the government has divided the tax into different types. Right? Income tax. Right? Now we can earn money. Right? Most of the people, they do business or going to an office. They earn money. Right? Now government says you can earn up to certain limit. If you exceed that limit, they have to pay the tax called income tax to the government. Right? Now, people can earn money up to certain limit. If this limit is exceeded, the government charges a tax called income tax. Now, look at this example. The annual income of a certain business is 500,000. 300,000 of this is tax free. Yeah, that is the limit. Now, 5,000 he has earned for a year. This is an example, right? And the government says 300,000 is tax free. Free. This is free. Then you subtract. There you get 200,000 is the taxable amount. Taxable amount. For that, you calculate 5%. Very easy. 200,000 into 5 over 100. Okay. Then 0, 0 you can cancel. 5, 0, 0, 0. 10,000. That is the taxable income tax which he has to pay to the government. Right. Next one is value-added tax. Value-added tax. Yes. VAT. In shortened form, this is called VAT. Right? VAT is added for goods and services. Right? Services means now from the telecom, they give a service for us. Right? By giving the connection and routers, lot of things, 4G, lot of technologies there. They give as a service, right? Goods, we can go to supermarket and buy the goods, right? On top of those, they calculate the VAT. So that is called value added tax, right? Government imposes tax on certain goods and services. This is known as value added tax. Look at this example. Customer bought goods to the value of 2,500 from a supermarket. If 5% is charged as VAT, find the amount the customer has to pay. Right? The value of the goods is 2,500. Right? Then on top of 2,500, we get 15%. 0, 0, you can cancel. Then you multiply these two, that is 375 is the tax VAT. Then what the total amount to be paid by the customer is 2,500 plus 375. There you get 2,875. That is the value which we have to pay after VAT. Right. I assume you can understand the 4 types of taxes. Right. Now we'll go to the other part of this lesson. That is simple interest. Right? What do you mean by simple interest? Interest. Right? Interest means when you deposit in a bank, we get the interest because they are using our money. Right? Sometimes we get the loan from the bank. Then they charge interest from us because we are using their money. Right? Okay. Right? Once you get the interest, when you settle the loan, you have to pay principal value and the interest. That is called total amount. Right? Now, if assume that you got 5,000 and interest is 500, right? You can't just give 5,000 only. You have to pay 5,000 plus the interest. That is 500. Okay? When it comes to interest, there are 2 types of interest. Simple interest and compound interest. Simple interest is in the grade 10 syllabus. Compound interest is in the 11 syllabus. Okay? So, since you are in grade 10, we'll learn the simple interest today. Right? Okay. Right. Under this simple interest, there are 4 types of questions. In the exam, you get different types of questions there. 4 types of questions are there basically. Right? We'll take one by one. Type 1, calculating the simple interest. Calculating the simple interest. But as I told you earlier, when it comes to mathematics, you have a lot of methods. Some people have easy methods, some have long methods. Right? So always try to learn easy and quick methods. Then it's easy in the exam. Right? Now we'll go to the first topic, first type, calculating simple interest. Right? That's the first type, interest. A person who borrowed 15,000 at 16% annual simple interest rate paid back the loan with the interest after 3 years. Right? So for that, we have a method, simple method. First, you find the interest for a year, 15,000 into 16 over 100. Then you just do the cut and chop, you get 2,400 for a year. Now they say 3 years. Then multiply by 3. Very simple. If it is 5 years, multiply by 5. If it is 6 years, multiply by 6. There you get 7,200 for 3 years. Then what's the total amount? Total amount is total amount. To get the total amount, you have to add the principal amount plus the interest. Principal amount is 15,000. There you will find the total amount. The principal amount plus the interest, that is 22,200. Right? Okay. We'll go to the easy method. Easy method. Right? Now, actually, there is a formula called I equals PTR over 100. Right? You must know what is I. I is the total interest. P is the principal amount. Now, according to this, we fail. We don't know. We have to find that. What is the principal amount? 15,000. What is time? 3 years. What is interest rate? 16%. R is 16%. Right? These should be the same units. That means if it is in years, this is also in per year, per annum. If it is in months, this should be in months. Okay, when you do the sums, you can identify how it comes, right? Okay. Now, first you write, when you have a question, you write I, P, T, R. We don't know I. We have to find I. What is P? 15,000. What is T? 3 years. What is R? 16. Now you have a formula called I equals PTR over 100. You substitute. I, interest for 3 years. P is 15,000, T3, R is 16. Then you can do the cancellation. 0, 0, you can cancel and get 7,200. There, at once you get 3 years interest. Earlier, we found the first year interest and for 3 years interest. But in this method, you can find interest at once. Right? Now, I'll talk about this formula again. I equals PTR over 100. Right? Now, in this question, they give P, they give T, they give R. You will find I. Just to solve an equation. Very easy. Substitute. In the second type, they give I, they give I, they give P, they give T, they will ask R. In the third type, they give I, they give T, they give R, they will ask P. In the fourth type, they will give I, they will give T, they will give R, they will ask P. Like that, you have 4 types. That's all. Very easy. If you know the substitution very well, then you can do the sum. Right. We go to the next type. Next type. Second example. Calculating the annual rate of interest. Now look at this. This is how you do. A man borrowed. Now while reading, I'll put the values. First, when you have a question like this, you put I, P, T, R. Now we'll right. A man borrowed 30,000. P is 30,000. See, you must know how to identify these letters. Paid back 44,400. 44,000. That is a principal. I equals what? Paid back 44,400. Interest is that is the total amount. Principal amount plus interest. Then, to get the interest, 44,400 subtract 30,000. There you get 14,400. That is the interest. After 4 years, was released from the loan. Find the rate. Find the rate. They're asking rate. So very easy. You have the formula. It's like a machine. You put everything into the machine. Like like a washing machine. You put the clothes and uh, the clothes are washed by the washing machine. This is our machine. I equals PTR over 100. You put the data into the machine, you will get the answer. What is I? 14,400. Principal amount, 30,000. What is T? 4. What is R? We don't know. It's 100. Then 0, 0, you can cancel. Then 14,400 divided by 300. 0, 0, you can cancel. Then 3 and 4 is 12. 12 divided by 12, that is 12. That is 12. Rate is 12%. Got it? Right. I assume you can understand that type. Right. We'll go to the other type, third type. Now we have learned two types. Third type. Right. I have mentioned the long method also here. If you are really interested, you can go through this and get the answer. But short method, I recommend do the short method in the exam. Right. Next one, finding the time. See, now we'll read the question and right. When you have a question, what is the first step? For the first step, you write I equal IPTR letters. Then fill it and substitute. That's all. Okay, we'll do this. Some a person who borrowed. I'll write it IPTR. Now we'll fill this answer values. A person who borrowed a loan 75,000. 21 simple interest per year. 21. Paid 47,000 as interest. Now they have given straight away interest. 47,250 as interest for a certain period of time. They're asking time. They have the machine. What is the machine? I equals PTR over 100. Put the values for just the substitution. I assume you know substitution very well. 75,000 into T. We don't know T. What is R? 21 divided by 100. Okay. Then you can simple 0, 0. Then 47250 divided by 750 divided by 21 T. Yeah, once you simplify, you get 4 years. I think 4 years. We'll check. I'll check. Once. 3 years. Sorry, 3 years you get. Right? Okay. Next one. Next type. Finding the principal amount. Last type. Okay. That is also same way. See? Different questions, one method. Right? No different types of methods. Right? Okay. What is I? Oh, no, we'll write IPTR. A finance company earns in a year by lending money at 16% simple interest. Simple interest. 16. R is 16 per year. A company earns as interest. Interest is this much. 224,000. In a year, by lending money, 16% simple. T is 1. They ask in principal amount. Then I equals, you put the value I equals PTR over 100. I 224,000. Principal amount we don't know. What is T1? 16 divided by 100. Okay, then take everything to the other side. T equals 22400 into the 100 divided by 16. There you get. When you simplify this, multiply these two and divide by 16, there you get 1,400,000 as the principal amount. Right? Okay. Right. That lesson is finished. Right? You can comment any clarifications. If you have a question, just comment on the comment box. And you better subscribe this chapter, then you will get the future lessons also. Thank you for watching my video.